Welcome to Kotare Village, a self-reliant eco-village based on permaculture principles in rural New Zealand. The village is designed to be a home for up to 50 families in the Koanga Institute Centre for Regenerative Living, and is a unique expression of a worldwide movement for change. We are currently looking for like-minded people who want to support a shared dream of embracing a regenerative future through independent village living, local economies and co-evolution. Kotare Village has a unique legal structure and is being developed by the first community land trust in New Zealand, the Qatari Community Land Trust. KCLT is presently managing 3 blocks of land. The home block, 25 hectares of flat land on which the housing clusters are settled. The hill block, 55 hectares of north-facing hill which provides our water supply. The river block, 15 hectares of north-facing gentle slope for farming. Currently we own the home block and we are in the process of buying the others. The main roles of the KCLT are stewardship and guardianship of the land, entering into tenure agreements with settlers and protecting tenure rights, entering into land and resource management agreements, making policy decisions on land and resource use, making policy decisions on village development, and directing research to support all of those above. The Kotare Village Association, or KVA, is an incorporated society designed to represent all the settler leaseholders. This is done by the members appointing a committee and regular member meetings. KVA holds a lease agreement with KCLT and leases all the land immediately around the housing sections where the 3 village clusters are situated. The main roles of the association are to manage the housing cluster's common areas, to nurture community development within the village, including meetings, celebrations, social agreements, etc., to develop relationships with our wider community on behalf of the residents, to facilitate and coordinate non-business interactions in the village, and to manage some of the Kotare Village available resources not assigned to business operations. While the Kotare Community Land Trust is largely dedicated to the stewardship and governance role, it is not intending to get involved directly in management of its assets or develop commercial activities. This will be done by Kotare Commons Limited, a multi-stakeholder cooperative that holds several roles. These roles are maintaining the current assets of the KCLT, developing new assets like infrastructure and economic assets, managing the marketing and sales of leaseholds on behalf of the KCLT, developing and incubating commercial ventures that will either be managed by the company or leased to other individuals or organisations, managing the administration of KCLT, managing selected components of the Koanga Institute, procuring and managing investment capital, and any other services to support the needs of the residents of the village. The Koanga Institute owns a leasehold in the centre of the village. It's a charitable trust registered with the Charities Commission. It has the same vision as the village, and its charitable status makes it an ideal vehicle for research and educational activities supported by public subscriptions and various funding grants. It is intended that it will continue to expand its role as an educational campus and research centre and its involvement in nationwide outreach programs. These 4 entities work together to ensure the well-being of the residents and our environment. The members of the Kotare Village Association are the leaseholders and are governed by a committee. This committee is made up of a minimum of 5 members elected every year. The Koanga Institute is governed by a constitution and a trust board. The trust board is made up of 3 to 5 trustees. This trust board is set as a rolling eldership. The trustees are elected to stay until they want to move on, and a new trustee is elected by the trust board. KCLT is also governed by a constitution and a trust board and has 2 classes of membership. The first class is the trustees from the Koanga Institute. The second class is all the leaseholders. Once a year during the AGM, each membership class elects 2 trustees to the board. Those 4 are able to co-opt 1 or 2 more trustees as they feel needed. Leaseholders can be elected to the board only after 2 years of residency in the village. Changing the constitution, winding up the trust or selling the land are 3 things that can be done only by agreement of 75% of both classes of membership, not by the board alone. KC is governed by a constitution and a board of directors. The board is made up of 4 directors that are elected annually. 1 by KCLT, 1 by the lease owners, 1 by the employees and 1 by the investors. The board then elects the CEO and directs him to manage and develop the company. When new residents wish to join the village, they follow the settler process. Once completed, they purchase a lease agreement for a housing section from KCLT, and the tenancy on the section is protected through that lease agreement. Any improvements on the land are done by the individuals and are owned by them. Conditions of use are detailed in the lease agreement and cover such things as organic management of the environment, natural building materials, heat dynamics of housing, pets, tree heights adjacent to neighbours, etc. They are designed to balance and protect the individual, the community and the environment. The housing sections on the village are approximately 400, 600 and 1200 square metres. When purchasing a section, the new leaseholders become members of the Village Association and the Community Land Trust. They receive as well a shareholding in Qatari Commons. If one day a leaseholder wishes to leave the village, they are able to sell their leases to someone who has been through the settler process and is interested in moving in. The sale price is the same price as what they paid for their lease, adjusted by the Consumer Price Index, plus the depreciated cost of any improvements they've done on the section, such as buildings and plantings. Using the Community Land Trust model of leases out of the open market, there is no capital gain on the sections. This is specifically designed to prevent the leakage of value from the community and keep the sections affordable for young families and generations to come. Sections in Kotare Village do not have a separate title and are not subdivided. The whole village is on one title. This means that everything we do is internal and our relationships with district and regional council are simple and low cost. We are very flexible with our internal planning and we do not need to meet council specifications on many levels, partially why sections in the village are so affordable to start with. Kotare Village has a certificate of compliance for the whole development and the district council is very supportive. Thank you for watching. For more information, come and visit our website, kotarevillage.org.nz. Hope to see you soon.